Let me tell you something you already know.
I'm Dave Kirilloff with languageofhitting.com. I want to talk about training programs. Is a training program that you're using, that you trust, that you invest so much of your time into, is it giving you the fruitful game results? Is a training program putting you on the map? Is your training program helping you to launch airplanes to left center field, right center field, and center field in your games? I want to compare two basic training programs. Before I break down and compare the two hitting systems, let's look at hitting from this perspective. There is an acceleration phase to hitting, and there is also a deceleration phase. There's an acceleration phase and a deceleration phase. When the batter begins to make motion and swing the bat into the ball, that's the acceleration phase. When the bat slows down after hitting the ball, that's the deceleration phase. Training program number 1, sports science, data-driven results. Data-driven results, when looked at acceleration phase and deceleration phase of the batter's swing, data-driven results during the acceleration phase of the swing primarily focuses and puts the attention on the body sequencing patterns, or simply put, swing mechanics. How is the body being arranged into a pattern to make a swing? Some of the variables that the data-driven based testing devices measure is time to contact, bat speed, peak bat speed, peak hand speed, attack angle, vertical bat angle, power, on plane, body rotation. These are some of the common variables these bat devices will measure. All the listed variables that these devices measure occur during the acceleration phase of the batter's swing. We have been basically doing this for years. When we analyze our hitters, we look at our hitters in a box, and we look at the body, and we just watch the different moving parts, from the shoulders to the elbows to the hips to the knees to the toes to the ankles to the chin to the spine. This process of looking at hitting is nothing new. We just have more sophisticated tools and to fancy ourselves with to make it more fun. And these devices help researchers and coaches to prove their points and, to accurately look at the body. Does this form of training have shortcomings? Absolutely. And here's why. When data-based driven performance tests are administered, what I can see that 95% of the time they're administered on a controlled testing setting, meaning the batter knows the stimuli, whether it comes from a consistent machine, it comes from underhand flips, side tosses, batting tee. These tests are administered from a very, very, very controlled setting. The environment the batter is being tested from is a controlled environment, very predictable environment. From the hitter's point of view, it's fun to get this candy-like batting practice and just slam your bat into the ball as hard as you can, or slam your body into it as hard as you can, because it's just put on a dish for you. I prefer to believe that as coaches and as players, when we immerse ourselves with this type of testing, we give ourselves false outcomes and measurements that are compared to real in-game scenarios. The second form of hitting training I'm going to call timed hitting perception. Timed hitting perception. The biggest difference between the timed hitting perception training system versus the data-driven performance testing system is this. During the acceleration phase for the batter, the hitter's attention, the hitter's focus, the hitter's concentration is not on his body or his swing. It's primarily on the ball. The hitter's focus is on the ball. Now, we can unfold the phrase focus on the ball even further when we study timed hitting perception. What about the ball are you focusing on? You focus on information about the ball. What information do you focus about the ball? You focus on the ball's speed and you focus on the ball's space. The space that it's occupying and the space that it will occupy. The most important part of timed hitting perception is getting in position as a batter to read this information. Get in position accurately to read information more precisely. When hitters are training under a timed hitting perception model, hitters need to be sensitive to timing the pitcher's movement patterns and also timing the location the eyes will meet and join the ball. Inside the timed hitting perception training system, hitters are categorized into 11 different hitting models they may use to hit from. Hitters are categorized into one of two different hitting tempos they use to hit from. Hitters are categorized by their dominant eye. Hitters are categorized by the visual patterns that they use to watch the pitcher's delivery. Hitters are categorized by their deficiencies in spatial acuity and spatial awareness. Identifying and correcting the hitting deficiency in timing and the hitting deficiency in arranging space, the ball's next position, is the primary focus in training to improve hitters to hit better in the games with a timed hitting perception system. It is during the acceleration phase of hitting that players need to become sensitive to timing their vision and become more astute with spatial awareness, where things are and where things are going next.
Chris, I don't know exactly how many times this has happened since these three guys were together, but you got number one draft pick hitting 1, 2, 3, and that's just something you're not going to see maybe ever again.
1-1 swung on and hammered deep to
That is
right.
out of
It is gone over the video board for Alex Kirilloff, and the Wahoos lead game 3-1-0.
Yeah, Chris, you know, people are watching just a major league hitter. That's all there is. I mean, he is a big-time hitter, and really just showed it right there. He just effortlessly launched one 400 at some feet.
That is big boy power. Hit the top of the video board off the very own Blue Wahoos icon. Our camera crew couldn't even locate it. That's how high and far it was crushed.
One we will be talking about, really, when you say, man, I was there to see Alex